All right, we're working through 8D section 3. This is number 24. Now, as always, I want to work backwards from the conclusion. What I want to get to is R. Now I want to ask myself, how can I jailbreak an R out of these premises? There's one place I see an R, right here. Now, if I could get Q and R, and then I could get Q, then I can apply modus ponens and get that R. Let me see if I can do that. Alright, so I got to ask myself, how do I get if Q then R, and how do I get Q? I guess I'll start with Q. How am I going to get Q? Let's see. Well, Q is in here, and Q is here. I think I want to try to get Q out of here, right? So if I could get Q and M, then I could use simplification and get Q out of it. Now the question is, how do I get Q and M? Well, in order to get Q and M, I've got to get S or L, and then I could apply modus ponens to 2, and whatever that line's going to be, and that'll give me Q and M. So, how do I get S or L? I see a way. Because I can apply simplification to that line right there, and I can get S. Is that what I want to say? Yeah, simplification. Right? And then S or L follows from that simply by addition. If S is true, then S or L is true. Okay, awesome. Now all I've got left to justify here is if Q, then R. How am I going to get that? Well, yes. Okay, if Q or R. So the way I would do that is it's a disjunction. So if I can prove that not P is the case, then I can get that by disjunctive syllogism. Which means I've got to prove not P somehow. How am I going to prove not P? I see P here. Well, if I could prove that Q is the case. Oh, yeah. Check this out. If I can prove Q, then I'm going to get not P simply from modus ponens. Applying modus ponens to 3. But I've already got not P. I already proved that down here. I'm sorry. I already proved Q. Q's true. I already proved it here. So what I'm going to do is drop this part of the proof down here. And now I'm good. Everything's justified. I got rules and numbers ready for everything. Alright. So, alright. 5, 7, 9. Alright, so simplification. Which premises did this? This was just required line 5. Addition. Q and M follows from 2 and 6. Modus ponens. And then from line 7, by simplification, I get just Q. And then from line 3 and line 8, modus ponens, I get not P. And then from line 1 in line 9, disjunctive syllogism, I get if Q then R, and then I've already proved Q back in line 8 up here, so it's going to be right, 8 and 10 modus ponens will give me R. Now this one, you may have been thrown by the fact that, hey, you just dropped the order of that stuff. Like, you were working one way and then you cut and pasted the lines and put them down here. You know what? There's definitely cases where you can do the lines in different order. What matters is not so much the sequence they come in, is the logical relationship between them. There can be multiple valid ways to do a proof. There's usually one way that's most efficient and that's shortest, and other ways tend to be longer. But there can be multiple ways. The important thing is, if you've got lines and rules that justify every move you're making, you're good to go. So that's how we do it.